Hey everyone, how are you doing? Quite a lot is going on. YouTube family, what's happening? Facebook, Kilo Nshele. Facebook, Kelly Handsome, how you doing? Hello everyone. All right, today, real quick, I want to discuss quite a few things. And first things first, Sowore, Omoyele Sowore, arrested. Why was Omoyele Sowore arrested? Someone forwarded a message he got from Sowore. Let me read it to you. It says, I've been arrested and now in another federal high court for proceedings on 5 young persons illegally detained by the DSS. Okay, so I've been released. He's been released now. Initially, I've just been arrested by the Nigerian police at the Federal High Court, subjected to beatings by police officers, and taken to the Federal Secretariat police station. So the first news we got was that he was arrested while attending Nnamdi Kanu's trial. And why arrest someone attending a trial? Nnamdi Kanu is already facing trial. And there's another story of the church calling DSS to detain some people. I don't want to talk about church matter because you know when I go into church matter, I get upset. You know, so if Nnamdi Kanu is already facing trial, what's the agitation? Let him face trial. I believe we have competent courts in Nigeria, courts of competence, and we have good judges who can preside over this matter. I don't understand why people who are supposedly spectators are arrested. Of course, I like to hear from the police. Now, Tunde Bakare said something earlier on today. Today is the 26th, I'm correct. So I saw the article on the Punch newspaper. Tunde Bakare lampoons unnamed official, says change of baton imminent. The serving overseer, Citadel Global Community Church, formerly called the Latter Rain Assembly, Pastor Tunde Bakare, on Sunday dared an official of the regime of President Muhammadu Buhari, let me not join them and say what I can't see, to come after him if the government was offended by his recent pronouncements, which he said had become unsettling to some people. The cleric, if we remember, was a running mate to President Buhari, and the president, when he contested the presidential election on the platform of the now defunct Congress for Progressive Change. Bakare said, I dare you to come after me, since that is the usual style now. You might have done it to others. You are about to learn a lesson if you touch me, said the cleric, who did not name the government official. So, he also made a comment about Nnamdi Kanu and Omoyele Sowore. Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. So, one second. He said, from This Day Live, he says, Bakare condemned clampdown on Kanu Igboho, tackles unnamed federal government official. You can see the story in This Day newspapers. Now, I want to read what he said that. Yes, Bakare decried the energy being spent on clamping down on sectional agitators in the country, noting that although he did not support anyone or any group taking up arms against the state, he said, I don't support any act that is violent, taking up arms against the country and people losing lives. Those are the those are in the realms of criminality, and anybody doing that must be brought to book. However, we must realize that what has given rise to the agitation is the lack of justice and equity. When there is justice and there is equity, agitation will die down naturally. And that to me seems to make so much sense. Now, as someone who has a bit of aviation training and someone who understands how airplanes work and all that, I think we should be more worried about the SAM, that's the surface to air missile, that many are suspecting was used to bring down that Nigerian Air Force plane. If you have, there are many apps that would give you the Nigerian airspace, and you'd realize that Abuja. Let me see if I can find any of those maps. Abuja is in between Bida, Kaduna. I'll try to show you the map now. With regards to 1 second, perfect. Okay, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see it on the phone, but I'll try my possible best to show it to you. Because this is in many developed countries, this would be a matter of national urgency. Someone can bring down a plane, and then our concern is Nnamdi Kanu's trial, the other one that is in Cotonou. That's our immediate concern. And somebody brought down a plane in this Nigeria. Oh wow. It's going to take a while to download the map. I want to show you the map properly. From what I remember, Abuja is like here. Bida is like here. Kano and Kaduna are slightly above. Now, when you're taking off, Abuja, the Abuja airport is about 1,000 feet above sea level, if I'm correct. I'll get all the details now. When you take off, Abuja has two runways, 24, 22, and 04. If you take off from either one of those runways, by the time an airplane can start to turn once it's 400 feet above ground. So you can start to turn from 1,400 feet. I'm just hoping this would open. Okay, let me use another device. That seems like it'll take a while. Let me use my iPad. Just 1 second. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And planes start to turn at low altitudes, 400 feet, as they begin their climb. I'm worried from 400 feet, before you get to 10,000 feet, you almost be midway between Abuja and Bida. So if someone around that area has any bright ideas, we could be in a lot of trouble. The government needs to look into this, and urgently so. And urgently so. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. I'm going to show it to you. The thing is loading now. So in that whole area, because right now we see what the governor of Niger State is complaining about. And I'm worried. Now, also, when a plane is coming in, sorry, hold this right here. See. Yes. If you can see this clearly, I need to lock it. Okay, that's fine. This is Abuja here. I don't know if you can see it. This is Mina here. This is Bida here. And if you go above, you'll see Kano and Kaduna. Now, any airplane coming into land is going to have to lose altitude. There's no way, you can't land at 33,000 feet. So while the plane is shedding this altitude and is coming down, all that area, especially glide paths, glide slopes, when the plane comes on the glide slope or the ILS, all those areas need to be monitored. We have too many issues in our country right now for us to allow someone that has a surface to air missile or has access to a surface to air missile to be roaming free like he just bought a shawarma. So we all need to be extremely careful with these. Right now, that as far Mr. Obiese says, Daddy Freeze, I beg, get out. Now, I'm going to block him, and I'm going to block him on all my social media accounts. Why are you so intellectually limited? We are having a conversation about our country, about pertinent issues, and you are here talking like a pure water seller in a ghetto. As in, I don't get it. Please, let's block him. Some people are just not endowed in the common sense department. All of us that fly airplanes, we're going to Port Harcourt, we're going to Abuja. Listen, you might say, you're not going to fly to Kaduna. What if there's bad weather in Abuja and you are directed to Kaduna? Do you know how many times we've gone on air, we're going to Port Harcourt, but there's no plane to Port Harcourt. So they'll first take you to Abuja, then from Abuja to Port Harcourt. It's happened to me several times. The airline doesn't have many passengers and they don't want to, like for instance, they merge a 4 o'clock and a 2 o'clock flight. And they say, okay guys, we are going at 2 o'clock, but the problem is we are going to Abuja first. Then from Abuja, we're going to take you to Port Harcourt. Is that okay with you? We'll say yes. So you had no business going to Abuja in the first place. But then you find yourself in that zone. Are you supposed to be on an airplane wondering what is going on down below? The roads are not safe. Are we now supposed to also start worrying about the airspace too? We can't travel by road. Can you even think about traveling by road? I can't go to Ibadan. What am I looking for? Anybody that cannot talk to me on the phone should forget it. If you can't talk to me on the phone, send me a text. If you can't send a text, send an email, WhatsApp. Send me a DM. These are serious issues and we are ignoring them. And we are used to ignoring serious issues. And we are chasing around Sunday Igboho said this person said that. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Now, Bakare, Tunde Bakare made a lot of sense in what he said. And he said, look, yes, agitations, especially agitations with weapons and violence, are wrong. But what is the cause of this wrong? Where were they in all the past. Where was Igboho in all the past regimes? Where was what's his name, Sowore? Where was Nnamdi Kanu? Is it not now they're becoming stronger and bolder? Can you ask yourself why? Of course, there's no excuse for violence or violent behavior. But let us also ask ourselves, because if you remove Nnamdi Kanu and you remove Igboho, before you have it, you have Nnamdi Kanu and Igbohe, another two rise up, because the main issues have not been addressed. Next tomorrow, you have Monday, Igbolu, and Afam, Kamu. How many people do you want to arrest? Why don't we try as a nation to fix the rudimentary problems we have in this country? Tunde Bakare said, we have equity problems. We have justice issues. Until you can fix these things, people will continue, catch them, throw them inside container. 2 weeks later, another set to come up. Just remember that Igboho was already in Cotonou and they still did the Yoruba rally in Lagos. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. You can catch Nnamdi Kanu and throw him away. Afam Nwankwo will raise. Monday, Dagboru will get up again. So it will now be the story of David having to go through all of Goliath's sons. Let me read it to you from the Bible. The battle did not end with Goliath. He kept having to go through all of his sons. Second Samuel chapter 21 verse 16. Ishbi-Benob was a descendant of the giants. His bronze spearhead weighed more than 7 pounds. He was armed with a new sword. He cornered David and was about to take his life. But Abishai, son of Zeruiah, came to David's rescue and took down the Philistine. Then David's men declared, "You are not going out to battle with us again. Why risk snuffing out the light of Israel?" So the battle is not going to end unless you can do away with what is the cause of the agitation. People are not happy. Somebody said you sent an inbox. What is the very important message to you about? If you are asking me for money, I will block you. If that's what is important, I will block you. I will read it and block you. Because I'm in the middle of a live feed. You are telling me there's something important. Is it more important than what we are addressing? What is more important than the situation in Nigeria now? You people say that the priest only talks about pastor. Okay, we're not talking about pastor now. As a matter of fact, we have a pastor who has spoken a lot of sense. Pastor Tunde Bakare. He said, unless this thing is nipped, you will go round and in circles. You will lock tire. How do we raise the stakes? How do we make Nigeria? How do we take Nigeria away from inequity and injustice? How? Buhari, as I say, Buhari, Igboho is in Cotonou, they don't hold on. Nnamdi Kanu from wherever, they don't hold on. Meanwhile, one person carries Sam. We don't even know who be the people We don't even know what thing they use. You want them to say, nah, Shakabula, they ain't gone. Now they use, they bring down a whole aeroplane. Paul Adefarasin is speaking. I have to give him credit. He's been speaking. And let me tell you, the more of these people will continue speaking if the root issues are not addressed. People are frustrated. You have money, you can't spend it. You don't have an idea. Taste buds went to the market and there was no Hausa tomato. These unrest have scattered everything. People cannot do their businesses. Because some people are hell-bent on sabotaging the efforts of this beautiful country. You don't have an idea. 3 months ago, I used to tell I don't like what's this chicken called? Old layer. Taste buds likes old layer because the meat is tougher. I don't like it. I like soft chicken. So I prefer broiler. We used to buy one broiler for about 3,500 at the beginning of the year. Broiler is now like 8K. 7,500, 8K. I can't afford it again. I can't. Before they used to grill one broiler for only me. I say, grill broiler for me. They will grill the broiler. Now if they grill me broiler, I chop am 4 times. Where are we heading to in this country? We need to start asking ourselves, and then it is in this state that some pastors decide that they want to be sacking other pastors for not meeting monthly target like they are running banks. You see, at a point I was thinking that, okay, no matter how bad Nigeria is, as long as you're earning dollar, the rate of inflation is not even matching dollar. Dollar has not doubled. Chicken has doubled. Gari has doubled. Rice has doubled. As in, you guys have no idea. I don't know how some people are feeding. If you're earning less than 100K a month, I don't know how you are coping. If you right now in Nigeria are earning less than 100,000 naira a month, I don't know how you are coping. That 100,000 self, I'm cutting you cap. How are you coping? Someone is saying revolution is the answer. Revolution is not the answer. The government needs to do what is right. That's the answer. Because if you have a revolution and another set of silly people get inside, get power again, how many revolutions do you want to do? You go just the revolve. You attain nothing. The answer is fixing Nigeria's rudimentary problems. If you don't fix Nigeria's rudimentary problems, even if you end up breaking up, you will end up breaking up and continue suffering. We don't like the truth. Nigeria's #1 problem. We never like the truth. That thing that we want to hear, if they are not saying it, that person is your enemy. That one says, I love Yoruba land, I love Yoruba land. Let Yoruba land stand on its own. That's when you know that Nigerians will always be Nigerians. Just carry Nigerians from Nigeria and put them in Malaysia. They will behave like Nigerians. Don't you see all of the stories? Someone said, I wonder I've been coping with 40K. Baba, you are a genius. You should write a book. You they earn 40K for this Nigeria of today. I don't believe so if you chop balance. You know they chop balanced diet. No, say I downgrade you. Now you don't feed. You don't feed chop fruits and vegetables. You would have chop about with small meat. How you want to take manage 40K in 1 month? Even if you don't get wife, you don't go enter boss unless you live and work in the same place. I don't believe you can't survive on 40K a month. Even as a single guy, you can't. Unless you are a student and your parents are paying your bills and that 40K is your allowance, that your salary is 40K a month. You know fit chop balanced diet, no be downgrade. No be downgrade. If you dey earn 100K a month, you will struggle with a balanced diet. You will struggle that you eat fruits, vegetables, protein, fats and oil, all the components of a balanced diet. 100K if now you and only your wife, once pikin don enter, una go dey get malnutrition. Many Nigerians don't know that they are malnourished. They don't know. Someone said his own is 20K and you are watching me on YouTube is a lie. I don't believe it. You can't be earning 20K and be watching me on YouTube. It's impossible. How you go to earn 20K and you get data to? How much is your data? Are you browsing from a shopping mall? 20K for Nigeria of today. You know if you watch that it freeze. You know fit. Nigeria don't spoil pass like that. If you are earning 500K, now you feel the trouble. Even if you are earning 250K, you go feel the cope. You go they struggle, but you go cope. Now coping and struggling. Someone say fuel for generator. If you earn 20K a month, you know if you get generator unless you thief them. No, they tell ourselves true. How much you go they save every month to buy a generator? 1K. What is the answer? Nigeria needs to work. Why is there so much inflation? Because of the unrest. People cannot go to the farms and farm. They cannot take their farm products to the market. Those in the market cannot take them from one zone to the other because of all the unrest. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. So until we fix the unrest issues, it's not Nnamdi Kanu, it's not Sunday Igboho, it's the unrest. If the people are saying that the government is doing everything they can to, they feel that you are just, okay, everybody is fighting. And then you come and you point out the people that you don't like, you and you are fighting. They say, who are we fighting? We can't be fighting ourselves. It takes two to tango. Who are we tangoing with? Our Talamba tango. Who are we tangoing with that you are arresting us and not arresting the people that we are tangoing with? I'm upset about these things and nobody seems to want to address these issues. These are the issues. Sunday Igboho, Nnamdi Kanu, not Nigeria's problem. Pastor Tunde Bakare condemns clampdown on agitators, I beg your pardon. He said the agitations of Sunday Adeyemo, a Yoruba nation agitator, Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the proscribed indigenous peoples of Biafra, he started agitations as a result of lack of justice and equity. I don't support any act of violence taking up arms against the country. However, we must realize that what has given rise to this agitation is lack of justice and equity. Where there is justice, where there is equity, agitations will die down. How can you be spending so much energy on Igboho and Kanu? Igboho and Kanu are not Nigeria's problems. Nigeria must restructure and no one can stop that, Tunde Bakare declared. Nigeria, according to Pastor Tunde Bakare, and I like it when pastors speak out. The second pastor that has been speaking out in this is Paul Adefarasin. He has been speaking out about this. We might have our differences with regards to doctrinal matters. Oh, yes. We might have our differences with regard to doctrinal matters, but with regard to, we are all Nigerians. I don't want to go and live in Canada. I don't want it. But if they go reach stage, I go pack my bag. I go leave this Nigeria for now. It don't dey near. Every day, taste buds is telling me, I have told you, this Nigeria is not good. Let's leave. I keep telling her, it's okay. We will Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I want Nigeria to work. I want Nigeria to work. But it go reach stage where I go leave am for una. Make una dey scatter wetin una dey scatter dey go. If una no wan hear word, all of you. I get European passport. Bad as it bad, my passport will comot me for this Nigeria, enter 1 or 2 European countries where I fit go sit down. Worst case scenario, I go work for McDonald's. At least when I work finish, they go give me one burger that day. I go house, go chop and sleep. I no go dey worry about this Nigeria and the madness where they here. This one don't they? It don't they be like all of us dey crease. I fit enter UK tomorrow, but because of this whole Brexit, I can't live in the UK anymore. I can visit the UK and stay there for a maximum of 3 months. Before, all I needed to do was just show up in the UK. I'm here. And maybe because they've not fully implemented Brexit, maybe I should even think about it. Maybe I just even leave this Nigeria for you people. Make una just do what una want to do. As una no go hear word, una citizens and una government, all of una leave all of una. All your pastors where una they follow dash tight to. You don't forget, see. Now just to show up, some even get helicopter, we go carry them reach airport. Once they reach that airport, once that plane take off, they go come out for this Nigeria first. They fit land for Ghana. Go they buy fuel, they rearrange. And those people have accounts in US, in across all the world. They need $2 million now, they will get it now. Somebody is saying, why did I not apply for pre-settled status? I should have done. I never considered living away from Nigeria. I never, as in, what do I want to do? I don't ever want to be a second class citizen. To me, it's. I don't want to. I work at my own time, at my own leisure. I don't want to, as an old man, come and start wearing coats inside snow and be going to work. Should I be hustling more or hustling less and building on what I've hustled and be reaping the fruits of my labor? Is that not how life is supposed to be? Am I supposed to go and start afresh now and carry shovel? What did I do with 40 years of my youth? I mean, from 19, I'm 45 this year. Remove 19 from 45. That's 26 years. I've hustled for 26 years. I should not be hustling now. But we don't see say this, all of us no one gets sense. Someone said, I'm not a second class citizen in Nigeria, forget it. That one no enter. I'm not a second class citizen in Nigeria. Lie. I am not. If you, maybe you are, but me, that if it is, I'm not. Nobody will cheat me for this Nigeria. And in any country in the world, government senior you. So that one I already know. And I don't live in a state. I'm a Yoruba boy. I live in Lagos State. My parents are in Ibadan. My mother is in the Yoruba State. So nobody, if you follow me talk, say I be second class citizen. I speak Yoruba language as fluently as I speak English. So why should I be a second class citizen in Nigeria? Now when I come Canada, now I go UK, now I go know what real second class citizen be. But I'm here because I love Nigeria. All my sisters have left this country. Two of them are in the UK, and they were not okay. One was always schooled abroad, but one was with me in this Lagos. She woke up one day and got tired and left, and she has not regretted it. But my sister is 9 years younger than me. She's 9 years younger than me. She still has body to hustle. I don't have body to hustle. And she's schooled in the UK. Chain sociology where I read for University of Ibadan. Now I want to go explain to them for Canada, say now which I study. She did her master's in the UK. And it was copyright law, she has a fantastic job in the UK. She did not regret living that she drives a Benz in the UK as her first job, first official car. And when she was going, I was wondering why she was going. Why do you want to stress yourself and go to the UK? I just they see him now, say, oh boy, maybe me said for just vex, go. Because we have reached a stage where we not even want to think again. As in we have given up on sense. As we day here for this Nigeria, our sense, they summer holiday. Some of our sense, they Disneyland for Florida. Some of our sense, they London Zoo, they holiday. We know, guess our sense don't leave us since. Now I feel bad about this because this is a country that has prospects. It's not one of those countries that should be struggling with this kind of life. No. You don't they reach, and I don't tire. I'm reading all these stories and I'm wondering how we got there. Court reject Nnamdi Kanu's request to be moved from DSS custody to Kuje prison. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday, that's today, declined the request of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, to be moved to Kuje Correctional Service Center. I don't know better than the courts. These are courts' decisions. But when you also start seeing some other courses, some other stories on these, I want to show you something on this. You start wondering, how did we get here? I saw something funny that I said I was going to share with you. This one is funny. Igbo host cleric explains why the Yoruba Nation agitator has not used his powers to disappear from custody. The cleric, who is popularly called Imam Oladejo, told the Cable at the Benin Court of Appeal in Cotonou that Igboko indeed has powers to disappear from custody, but has refused to do so for the sake of his wife and the Yoruba Nation. He said Sunday Igboho believes in Allah and he hates cheating, especially cheating the Yoruba Nation. He has those powers and they are from Allah. He can disappear here because he doesn't want any problem for his wife, Odua Nation, Yoruba Nation. He hates problems. He's a good man and that's why I love him. That to me sounded a bit funny. Do you believe he has powers to disappear? If you believe, let me see your hands in the air. No. At least maybe we'll laugh small.
I do not.
Who asked you?
That time that doesn't have powers.
And finally, there was something else I wanted to talk about Nnamdi Kanu before I forget, so I can end this. There was a story I wanted to talk about. Yes. Court adjourns Nnamdi Kanu trial. Don't put that on the bed. Come on, be thinking now. What's wrong with you? Court adjourns Nnamdi Kanu's trial till October 21st as DSS fails to produce him in court. Why are they not producing him in court? Why? Apparently, Justice Binta Nyako of the Federal High Court Abuja has adjourned the trial of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra following the failure of the DSS security service to produce him in court today. While the matter was called up, Justice Binta Nyako said nothing could be done since the defendant Nnamdi Kanu wasn't produced in court by the DSS. According to the prosecution counsel, Mohammed Abubakar, Kanu was not in court due to logistic reasons. Justice Nyako then ordered the DSS to allow Kanu's lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, to access his client, and she also promised to work with lawyers to the prosecution and defense and head of the security team to work out a plan to allow Ejiofor access to his client, who he claims hasn't been seen in 8 days. Why was he not in court? What logistic as in is this how they do things abroad? I'm a bit worried. Is this how things are done abroad? Is this how things are done abroad? It's okay, guys. That's as far as I can go. It's been wonderful hanging out with you. Please, I beg you all, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I beg you. Only today on YouTube, we have 722 people watching us. I've never seen this kind of crowd come out on YouTube before. Facebook is 968. At the point, it was 1,000. Then Instagram is 259. So there are over 2,000 people watching me now. Over 2,000 people watching live. So thank God, Father, please, let me make sense. Let these people work with me and let's make things happen. Okay? Please like my video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/DaddyFreezeTeaches. Please also on Facebook, like the video. It helps the algorithm. Like the video. Please, I want to see new subscribers. Posh Mama, thank you so much for joining me live. Bookie, I see you and I greet you. Please don't forget, we're still trying to raise money for the lady who transcribes my... This guy, don't scatter these things now. The lady who transcribes my videos and writes them out. She wants to start a poultry and we want to raise something substantial for her. I'm going to give out the account now. Please, let's help her. Please. We also have one of our members whose car is bad. And he reached out to me and said, look, his car's been at the mechanic. He can't do anything. Let's just package whatever we have. A lot of people like to say, Daddy Freeze, I love you. I want to dash you something. Instead of dashing me anything, help my sister. I don't want to mention her name, but Posh Mama, you know her. And many of you have come into contact with her. I want to give, after today, I want to carry package and give her. Let me know that she has started her poultry. The more people we lift out of poverty and bad situations, the better it is for the body of Christ. Please, here is the account number. It's a Zenith Bank account. Free the Sheeple Ministry. What's the account number? They are saying, oh, what's the account number? 101 642 8 6338. 101 642 6338. Please help me out. Whatever you can is for my sister in the Lord. Even though I don't like using that term, it's Pentecostal people that use it. She reached out to me with a business plan. She wants to start a poultry. She has already started, but she started with very few chickens. Started with like 5 chickens. I'm like, how do you start a poultry with 5 chickens? Let us change the Zenith Bank. Let us change the trajectory of her life. Let her business be sorted out. 101 642 6338. Shukbo, reach me in the DM. I'll tell you who it is. 101 642 6338. The bank, Zenith Bank, and the account name is Free the Sheeple Ministries. Free the Sheeple Ministries. Okay, 101 642 6338. And also help out my brother, whatever it is you can put. Also for my brother whose car has been at the mechanic. He has been a member of the Free the Sheeple movement before we started Free Nation Church. The lady only joined us from the church, which is about 4 years old now. The guy has been with us for about 5 years plus. Okay, Shupo, you don't know who he be, but coded. Let's help her out too now. She has never asked for anything, and she's the one that sits down. Listen, this is the woman that sits down with my messages and converts it to audio and puts on our prayer group. So if she doesn't have money to feed and she can't sort out, will she be able to sort out the message? Then tomorrow you come and say that if I'm not been hearing your message. How can you hear my message when the people working hard don't have work? And how much can I alone support? Can I start a poultry? You think poultry is beans for only me to start for somebody? Of course I will contribute and help. But I need all of you to come through, and I need you to come through now. I don't want to talk about this poultry business again after today. Please. Zenith Bank 101 642 6338. Make a change. Make we see this thing. What's the message? It's a prayer group. We have a prayer group. Reach out to, there's a WhatsApp number. WhatsApp number. Free Nation. Free Nation. I be the Free the Sheeple that me. No. Free Nation. Oops. I've forgotten what the number is. Tazebolt would give it out to me and I'll post it. So please help us out. Thank you so much, all of you. God bless. Let's all pray for a better Nigeria and help each other out. Government is not going to help us out. Religion is not going to help us out. Religion and government, I don't even know which one is worse. Both of them are digging holes for us. I don't know who has dug deeper. I don't know whether religion don't dig hole, reach the other side, or whether na government na they dig. Okay, Shukboy is saying DM him for the WhatsApp. Thank you very much. DM him for the WhatsApp. He would give you the WhatsApp number. For the rest of you, thank you so much for joining me. God bless. I appreciate you all. I thank you. Keep Nigeria in your prayers and keep the system at your fingertips. Keep working your fingers to the bone. We can make a difference. Okay? On Facebook, thank you so much, all of you. God bless. Once again, the account number is 101 642 6338. 101 642 6338. Zenith Bank, Free the Sheeple Ministry. We're trying to start a poultry for one of our sisters and our members, a long-time member who I know personally. This is not somebody trying to scam me on the internet. This is somebody we all know. She was even with us when Taze Buds lost her dad and we went for the funeral. She was there with us. She always attended our physical church. And the guy, even though he's been more online, he has been with us from the beginning. So thank you so much. Thank you. Big shout out to my assistant pastor who has been doing so much work, trying to repeat numbers and all that. Thank you to him too. Thank you, all of you. See you later on in the evening. I'm going to come back and we have quite a lot to talk about. I'll try to make it less stressful and less serious as this one. Take care. God bless. Love you all.